Be me. Random weekday. Walking like a normal human. Brain on autopilot. Thinking about nothing that matters. Foot hits something slick. Ice. My body makes a decision without consulting me. Sharp twist. Hear a sound. Ground uppercuts my spine. Lying there, staring at the sky. Try to move leg. Leg responds like low all. No. Pain floods. First coherent thought, this is it. Dying in a parking lot. Someone shouts. Footsteps, running toward me. Woman asks, "Are you okay?" Hilarious question. Auto-response activates, "I'm fine," because man will claim fine while actively collapsing. Try to sit up. World goes white. Nice. Ambulance ride is a blur. Answering questions wrong. Making jokes too early. Hospital puts me in a wheelchair. I insist I can hop, cannot hop, can barely breathe without pain. Yelling at me. Nurse wraps blood pressure cuff. Asks what happened. Fought the ground. She asks, and, like she's grading me, ground 1. She snorts. Get wheeled into imaging. X-rays, ligaments. Doctor says sprain and fracture. Brain screaming. What if it doesn't heal right? What if I can't walk normally? What if my life just shrank overnight? Doctor, you'll recover. But it's going to take time, the one resource I never have. They slap a boot on my leg. Feel like a sci-fi soldier, except the soldier is losing. They hand me crutches. Stand up. Realize I have never once in my life learned how to be a human on crutches. Nurse watches me wobble. You'll get used to it. Force a smile. I don't plan to. She gives me the look. Text friends because that's what you do. Keep it non-dramatic. In the hospital, hurt my leg. Not dying. Replies flood in. Dumb. Bro, hope you're okay. Let me know if you need anything. Get well soon. Krazy. Rest up. A lot of words. People don't know what to do with real inconvenience. They panic. Then keep moving. Tell myself it's fine. Tell myself I don't need help. Tell myself I just need to get home. Delusion acquired. Waiting near discharge. Sitting in wheelchair. Dignity has been confiscated by hospital staff. Phone dying. Patients dying. Ankle doing a burning star impression. Called one friend for a ride. He said he's on the way. It's been 40 minutes. Staring at a wall. Imagining crawling home like a wounded animal. Hear a voice I don't expect. And then turn head. It's Grace, standing there with a tote bag and coffee. Grace isn't my person. Grace is just Grace. Friend of a friend turned actual friend. Remembers birthdays. Brings snacks. Asks real questions. Kaum. Competent face. She moves closer. Asks what happened. Had a disagreement with gravity. Her mouth tightens. Chooses neither. Looks at the boot. Oh my God. Are you okay? I'm alive. Technically functional. She crouches a little to look me in the eye. Asks the real question. Do you have a ride? I lie automatically. I do. Grace holds eye contact. Flat voice. Anon. Exhale. I'm supposed to Grace. Supposed to what? Me. Like it's obvious. Supposed to handle it? Grace stares one beat. Stands up. Scans area. Who are we waiting for? Hesitate. Grace waits. Ifalt. Liam. Her expression goes cold. Not angry. Just disappointed in the concept of Liam. She pulls out her phone. Me. What are you doing? Grace. Fixing this. Types fast. My phone buzzes. Liam. Bro. Sorry, got caught up. You good. I stare at it. Grace doesn't even blink. He's not coming. Tightness in chest. He said. Grace cuts me off. He's not coming. Then? Do you want to argue, or do you want to go home? Home. Grace nods once. Okay. I'm here. I blink. You drove here. Keys up. I drove here. Brain short circuits. Why? Grace looks at me like I'm stupid. Because you're in a wheelchair with one boot and a dying phone and I'm not leaving you here? I would have figured it out. Grace leans in deadpan. Sure. and I would have watched you die in the parking lot out of respect for your independence. I laugh because it's either laugh or implode. Her eyes soften a fraction. Come on. Let's get you out of here. Grace pushes the wheelchair herself because she doesn't want me to struggle. I want to protest. Do not. My body already humiliating me enough. No need to add a speech. In the car. She hands me coffee. Don't know if you drink it sweet. So I got it normal. Normal is fine. Grace glances at me. You always say that I sip. Warm helps drive in silence. Grace casually. I brought you a bag. Me? What bag? She nods at tote bag on passenger floor. Pain meds. Snacks. Water. Extra phone charger. And socks. Hospital floors are disgusting. I stare. You packed an emergency kit for me. Grace. Yes. Brain stuck on one word. Why? She sighed, like she's tired of my stubbornness. Because this is going to suck for a while. And I know you'll pretend you're fine until you pass out trying to make pasta. Open mouth. Close mouth. She's right. She glances briefly. And because I care, throat tightens. Look out window so she can't see my face do something stupid. Thanks. She nods. Reach my building. Except two things. Recovery is going to be slow and humiliating. Grace isn't leaving. And that scares me more than the injury. Because if someone stays when you're not impressive, they're seeing something you can't even see. Week 1 after injury. Learn the truth about your life. Not motivational truth. Practical truth. Apartment not designed for one functional leg. Gravity is everywhere. Been taking walking personally for years. Also, crutches are a scam invented by someone who hates armpits. Day 1. Grace helps me upstairs. Steady. Passion acts like competence is a choice. And she picked it. I try to prove I can handle it immediately because I'm allergic to being cared for. I'm fine. Sigh. Wobbling. Grace stares. You're literally vibrating. I'm adjusting. She walks into my kitchen like she lives here. Starts opening cabinets. Me? What are you doing? Her checking if you have real food. Me? I have food. She pulls out instant noodles like evidence in court. This is not food. It's survival. She sigh. Okay, survival food. Do you have anything with a vitamin? I open mouth. Close mouth. Grace nods like she won. I'm ordering groceries. Me. You don't have to. Grace Annan. Do you want to be injured and malnourished at the same time? No. Cool. Then sit down. I sit because tired. Plus? She sounds like she'd physically move me if I don't. First solo shower attempt. Discover a new form of fear. Stand in bathroom and realize everything is slippery. Everything. And I have exactly one stable leg, holding the sink like a lifeline. Starry at tub. Stare at crutches. Stare at my soul leaving my body. Try anyway. Getting into shower feels like climbing a mountain made of betrayal. Halfway through, almost fall. Heart slams. Grab curtain like it can save me. It cannot freeze there. Wet and shaking. Angry. My own bathroom is now an obstacle course. Get out, exhausted, like I ran a marathon. Check phone. Grace. Shower, survived. How does she know? Me barely. 3 seconds later. Grace. Cool. Tomorrow I'm bringing a shower chair. Don't argue. Me. I wasn't going to argue. Grace. You're literally arguing right now. I huff. Laugh. Feel grateful. Hate that. 2. First friend to show up is Liam. 2 days later, arrives holding a 6-pack in guilt. Bro. I'm so sorry. Things got crazy. Me? Yeah. I noticed. He winces. Tries jokes. Crutches are kind of badass. You look like an action hero. I look like a wounded flamingo. He laughs too hard. Relieved, I'm joking. Drinks 1 beer. Scrolls phone, like he came to visit the Wi-Fi. Asks standard questions. How bad is it? When do you heal? Are you working from home? Eyes flick to clock. I've got to go soon. Of course. Sûr. He stands. Text me if you need anything. Already halfway out the door. Text him what? Come watch me struggle to make toast. Isai. Yeah. He leaves. Everyone else does the thing people do when you become inconvenient. Send nice messages. Stay gone. Let me know if you need anything. Translates to, I hope you don't. Grace shows up next day. Bag looks like she robbed a medical supply store. Shower chair. Ice packs. Tape. Snacks. She scans my apartment like it's a crime scene. This place is trying to kill you. It's not that bad. I open mouth. She raises a finger. Don't. Mouth closes. Grace nods, satisfied. Goes to kitchen. I'm cooking me. I didn't ask for Grace. You didn't ask to get injured either. Yet here we are. No argument survives that logic. By day 4, routine is wake up, kurselig, attempt basic tasks, lose dignity. Accept Grace's help while pretending I'm not accepting it. She checks bandages. Hands. Food. Prevents accidental death. One night she catches me balancing boiling water on crutches. Grace walks in. Freezes. Slowly puts her bag down. Dangerously calm. What are you doing? Making pasta. She stares. None. If you fall with boiling water, you will become soup. Soap. She nods once. Ilog. She takes pot. Turns off stove. Sit. I sit. These aren't magical. They don't grant invincibility. I sigh. I hate this. Grace glances. Yeah. I know. Then softer. But you're doing better than you think. Later? She's about to leave. Pauses by door. You good tonight? Auto not? Yeah. Grace holds gaze. Don't Lee. I can tell. Throat tight. Apartment quiet. Phone quiet. Friends quiet. Body loud in the worst way. Truth slips out. Can you stay a little longer? Grace doesn't hesitate. Keys down. Yeah. Of course. Something in my chest loosens. Not because I need saving. Because I'm not alone in the embarrassment for once. Weekends learn 3 things. Pride is my worst enemy. Friends are mostly fair weather. Grace isn't doing it for attention. She stays because she chooses to. That fact starts to scare me because I'm already getting used to her being here. At first, he don't notice friends disappearing. Pain is loud. Assume people are busy. Assume they'll show up later. Assume let me know if you need anything means something. Weekends. Silence becomes noticeable. Day 8. Check phone. No message. Not even the lazy, how's the leg? Do something pathetic. Scroll back to hospital day texts. All that keep me posted energy. All the promises evaporated once novelty died. Stare at Liam's text me if you need anything. Type. Could you help me get to my doctor appointment tomorrow? Stare at it like I'm asking for money. Send it. Wait 20 minutes. 10 hour. Nothing. Tell myself he's driving 2 hours. For late. Ernest. Sedimentweiset P.M. He replies. Man. I totally would. But I got work early. Maybe Uber. Maybe Uber. No argument. Nothing to argue with. Next day. Try to solve it myself because, of course, book and Uber. Remember stairs. Remember getting into car on one leg. Remember, I can't even carry water without planning it like a military operation. Stand in hallway sweating like I'm about to race. Driver outside. Body already tired. Front door open. Outside world waiting like an exam I didn't study for. Realization hits. Not just injured. Trapped inside my own life. Cancel ride. Stand there breathing, pretending my eyes aren't stinging. Limp back to couch. Check phone again like I enjoy pain. No message. No one asks how appointment went. Grace shows up that evening. Key tapping lightly against doorframe. She always announces herself. Hey. Hey. She looks at me once. Expression changes. What happened? I lean on reflex. Nothing. Grace sets grocery bag down slowly. Anon. Your nothing face looks like a hostage video. I snort. She sits across from me. Leans forward. Talk. Stare at floor. Long pause. Try to swallow it. Try to be the guy who doesn't need help. Truth too heavy plus grace too steady. I couldn't get to my appointment. Eyebrows lift. Why? Because nobody answered. Because everyone's busy. Because I didn't want to bother you. Grace goes still. Not shocked. Just unimpressed. Who did you ask? Mutaliam. Grace exhales. Of course, I rush to minimize it. It's fine. I'll reschedule. Grace studies me. You're not upset. Shrug. I'm not. Grace gently kills the lie. You are. You're doing that thing where you turn feelings into logic so you can pretend they don't hurt. Freeze. Because true, it's stupid. People have lives. Grace stars a long moment. Quiet. Firm. People make time for what matters. Grace asks when the appointment was. Today. She exhales. Okay. We'll reschedule. I try the you don't have to script. Grace stops it with one line. I know I'm choosing to. Later. She makes dinner. I watch her move around my place. Feel weird about needing it. Also need it. She hands me a plate. Mutter. Thanks. She nods like it's nothing. She sits beside me. Bumps my shoulder gently. Tiny normal contact feels huge because it's closeness without pity. We eat in quiet. Halfway through I ask without looking. Am I annoying? Grace turns. What? Being injured? Am I annoying to be around? She stares. Voice low. Anan. You are not a burden. Holds my gaze. You're hurt. That's all. You didn't commit a crime. I laugh without humor. Feels like I did. She rests a hand on my forearm briefly. Grounding. This is what people do. They leave when it's inconvenient. That's about them. Not you. Throat tight. Nod because voice not safe. She squeezes lightly. Let's go. So. It's not too much. Dry voice returns. And for the record, you're only annoying when you pretend you're fine. I huff laugh. That's fair. Good. Now eat. You look like you're being powered by spite. Week after that. Stop pretending people are just busy. Except most of them are gone. Not because they hate me. Because I'm not convenient. Grace stays. Recovery isn't a montage. It's waking up and still hurting. Small progress that feels pointless. Being proud. You stood up without dizziness. First 2 weeks numb. Third week. Anger shows up. Rainy day. PT appointment scheduled. Grace offers to drive. I say no. I can handle it. Grace eyebrow raise. Can you? Yes. She sigh. Okay. Text me when you're back. Next morning. Stairs take forever. Grip rail. Get outside. Careful. Uber arrive. Get in with humiliating unlegged gymnastics. Make it to PT. Do exercises. Smile at therapist like I'm not dying inside. Leave. Halfway back. Crutch slips. Not fully. Just enough. Injured leg jolts. Pain shoots up so hard it steals my breath. Grab nearest wall. Freeze. Heart racing like I got attacked. People walk past. No one stops. They glance. Then look away, like struggle is contagious. Stand there, staring at rain on sidewalk, thinking, so, this is my life. One mistake and you pay. Get home shaking with exhaustion and fury. Phone boots. Grace. You back. Okay. Anger twists. Not at her. At myself. Only person checking on me is her. My independence lasted one trip before reality. Reminded me who's in charge. Type fine. Throw phone onto couch. An hour later. I don't answer because mood. Knock again. Then her voice. Anan. Open the door. Consider pretending I died out of spite. Open it. Grace, holding groceries plus pharmacy bag. She looks once, and her eyes sharpen. Okay. Something happened. I repeat, I'm fine. Like it's a spell. She looks at my stance back to my face. Sûr? And I'm a professional liar. Lid herein. She moves around my apartment, and that makes the anger spike, because it reminds me I'm not capable right now. Grace asks about PT. Ich schnapp. It was great. Love being treated like a broken appliance. She blinks once. Nods slowly. Okay. Talk to me. I exhale sharp. Nothing to talk about. Grace folds arms. There is because you're being mean. I protest. She calmly repeats. You are... I'm not mad. I'm not pretending I don't notice. Why are you even here? Grace goes still. Chest tight. But anger drives. I didn't ask you to keep showing up. You don't have to babysit me. Grace, babysit. Quiet. Go live your life. I'm not your charity project. Grace softly. Okay. Picks up keys. Stomach drops. Grace. Hand up. No. You don't get to throw knives and act surprised when there's blood. I'm not your charity project, and I'm not your punching bag. Throat tight. I didn't mean... Grace cuts in. You did. You meant it in the moment, because you're angry. I get that. But you don't get to use me to bleed out your frustration. She walks to door. I follow clumsy on crutches. Panic rising. Grace? Wait. She pauses. Hand on Knop. Not turning yet. Quiet. I'm going to give you space. Not because I'm leaving. Because you clearly need to feel in control of something. Swallow hard. I don't want you to leave. She turns. Expression softens slightly. Then don't try to push me out. She exhales. I'll be back tomorrow if you want. Then, the line that draws the border in plain language. But you're not allowed to talk to me like that again. In Oudfast? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Grace looks at me for a long moment. Nods once. Okay. Opens door. Before she leaves, she looks back. And for the record, I'm not here because you're easy. I'm here because you're you. Doctor clicks shut. Stand there staring at the door like I can rewind time. Limp back to couch. Chest hurts. Not injury. Realize what I did. Took the only person who stayed and tried to make her leave. Because if she leaves on my terms, it won't hurt as much. That's the lie scared brains tell. Pick up phone with shaking hands. Want to type perfect apology. Want to sound less pathetic. Instead, type the truth. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. I was scared and angry and took it out on you. Please don't stop coming. Send before I overthink. Sit there waiting like a man gambling. His last good thing. 10 minutes. 20 phone batzes. Grace? I won't stop coming. But you're going to talk to me like a person. Deal? Chest loosens so fast, I almost laugh. Me? Deal. Stare at screen. Whisper to empty apartment. Thank you. Not to phone. To her? Wake up expecting fallout. Open door immediately. Grace shows up like nothing happened. She's holding a small paper bag. Peace offering. Blink twice. What is it? She looks at me like I'm buffering. Breakfast. Also, I'm hungry. So technically, it's selfish. Exhale. Thank her. She nods once. She walks into my kitchen and starts unpacking. Physical therapy starts doing that slow, humiliating magic. Doing exercises twice a day, every day? Boring. Grace notices before anyone. One afternoon, I stand up from the couch without using my hands. Don't even realize it until I'm already upright. Grace is in the kitchen washing a mug. Turns around. Eyes go straight to my legs. Then my face. Then she points at me. Excuse me. Blink. What? You just stood up? She says slowly. Yeah. She shuts off the water and walks over. Circles me once like a coach evaluating livestock. You did it without using your hands. Instinctively downplay it. It's not a big deal. Grace stops in front of me. Eyebrows up. None. Do not insult your own progress in front of me. Laugh a little because she's insane. What? She crosses her arms. That was a win. Say it. Stare at her. You want me to say it? She nods. Yes. Out loud. Like an adult who is allowed to be proud. Clear throat. It's a win. Extremely awkward. Good. Now do it again. I study. You're not going to make me. She raises one finger. Don't argue. Stand up. Sit down again. Grun. Do it. Do it again. Do it again. Somehow manage 3 more reps. Grace claps once. Sharp. Satisfied. See progress. I'm breathless. Laughing. You're treating me like a toddler. She nods seriously. Yes. A toddler with debt and trauma. Now sit. 2 days later. Grace shows up with a small envelope, tosses it on my coffee table like it's a bill. What's that? She leans back like she's proud of herself. Open it. Suspicious immediately. Is this a prank? She narrows her eyes. It's encouragement. Don't disrespect my love language. My heart does a stupid little stutter at love. She immediately patches the vulnerability with speedrun damage control. Platonic. Don't panic. Open envelope. Inside is a printed certificate on cheap paper. Congratulations. You walk to the mailbox. Award Bronze Human Trophy. Star at it. Look up at her. She's watching me. You made me a trophy. She nods. Yes. Because you refuse to celebrate yourself. I hate you. You sigh, but it's empty. She smirks. No. You don't. She points at the certificate. Hang it up. I study. You're kidding. She doesn't blink. I'm not. It's going on your fridge. Groan. Stand carefully. Tape it up. Grace watches like a parent at a kindergarten graduation. There. Now your kitchen has morale. Turn back. You're insane. She nods. Correct. And you're welcome. A week later. We try something bigger. Walk in the park. Grace walks beside me, matching my pace without making it obvious. Her superpower, making help feel invisible. First few minutes tense. Hate people seeing me on crutches. Feels like I'm wearing a sign that says broken. Grace refuses to treat me like I'm broken. Talks normal. Complains about coworker. Then my crutch catches a crack in the pavement. Stumble. Heart launches into orbit. Grab Grace's arm automatically. Grace steadies me without flinching. You good. Exhale. Yeah. Just startled. She nods. Okay. Then keep going. And we do. Walk until my leg starts aching. Then bench time. Grace hands me water. I stare. Do you carry an emergency kit for everything? She shrugs. Yes. The world is poorly designed. She leans back and looks at the sky. This is nice. I glance at her. It is. And for a second, the air shifts. Grace looks away first. Don't get sappy. I smile faintly. Wasn't planning to. She nods like she won an argument. Good? Because I will bully you. Laugh. Then the quiet realization lands. I'm not just enjoying the park. I'm enjoying her. The fact that she's here. The fact she makes everything bearable. Thursday. Grace shows up with snacks. Open door. Kicks shoes off. Dumps snacks on counter. Sigh. Do not ask me how my day was. Blink. Okay. How was your day? She glares. I smile. Her mouth twitches. Terrible. My coworker tried to correct me about something he was wrong about. Classique. She collapses on couch, like her battery hit 0%. Man? She mutters. Raised eyebrow. Hey. Careful. She glances at me. You're not a man. You're an anon. Different species. Snort. Is that a compliment? Shrug. It's an observation. Quiet for a minute. Then she opens her eyes. Movie night. Sûr. Your pick? She narrows eyes. My pick means something sad and pretentious. Then, I'm picking. She scoffs. Coward. Survivor put on stupid action movie. Halfway through, I realize 2 things. Grace shifted closer, without noticing, and I am painfully aware she's close. I try to focus on movie. She reaches into snack bag and offers without looking. I take it. Our fingers touch for half a second. Movie gets quiet. Grace scoffs. This guy needs therapy. I glance at her. He's doing his best. Grace turns toward me slowly. And what about you? Freeze. What about me? Her eyes sharp. You pretend you don't need anyone. But you do. Throat tight. I didn't want to. I admit. She nods. And you still let me in? Yeah. Because you didn't make it feel humiliating. She stares at me. Then whispers. I'm glad. Grace shifts. Her hand lifts toward my face. I lean forward a little. Her breath hitches. We're close enough. I can see freckles. Kiss feels inevitable. And then my leg cramps. Sharp muscle spasm in the injured ankle. My body chooses violence at the worst possible time. I jerk. Hiss. Grab my leg like I'm trying to negotiate with it. Grace pulls back instantly. Panic flashes. What happened? Gruan? Half pain. Half humiliation. This is the worst moment of my life. She leans in. Still smiling. Hand on my shoulder. No. The worst moment was the parking lot. Stade? Then I laugh too, because what else do you do? Pain eases. She watches my face closely. You okay? Nod? Yeah. Just embarrassed. Her eyes soften. Don't be. Her hand stays on my shoulder. We finish the movie. But nobody watched the last half. Credits roll. Grace stands up too fast. Like she's trying to outpace her own feelings. Okay. It's late. Yeah. Late. She grabs shoes. Pauses by the door like she wants to say something. Doesn't. Looks at me softer. Text me if you need anything. I will. She nods. Then steps closer. Kisses my forehead. Chest tight. She pulls back. Cheeks a little pink. Good night. Good night. She leaves. Door clicks. Next 3 days. Brain replays the almost kiss. 4th day. Follow-up appointment. This time I don't pretend I can handle it alone. Grace drives me. Waiting room. She scrolls phone. Istaret wall. Doctor pokes. Pots. Makes me move in ways that feel illegal. Finally says it's healing well. You're ahead of schedule. Blink. Ahead. He nods. Keep doing what you're doing. You've got good recovery potential. Walk out, feeling like I just got my life back in installments. Parking lot. Grace looks at me. Well, I smile for real. Ahead of schedule. Her face brightens instantly. Say, bronze human trophy was powerful. Laugh. She nudges my shoulder. I'm proud of you. Swallow. Thanks. She goes casual. Want to celebrate. Nod. Yeah. Come over tonight. I'll order food. She raises eyebrow. You order food. Smirk? I'm recovering. Not transforming. She snorts. That night. She shows up in sweats. Hair loose. We eat on couch. Talk dumb stuff. Work gossip. Ridiculous commercial. She laughs more than usual. I laugh too. Food gone. Plate stacked. TV on. But irrelevant. Grace leans back. Legs tucked under her. Glances at me. So, pulls jumps. So, she squints. You're doing it. Doing what? She deadpans. The thing where you pretend you don't know what I mean. Exile. Grace. She holds my gaze. We're not going to ignore it forever. Swallow. I know. Her voice softens. Then talk. Room too quiet. I don't want you to stop coming. Isai. She goes still. And I don't want you here because you feel obligated. I add. Or because you feel bad or because you think you're responsible for me. She doesn't speak. So I keep going carefully. I want you here because you want to be here. Because you like me. Not because I'm injured. Not because I'm a project. And if you don't, I'll shut up. And we'll go back to normal. Grace stares for a long moment. Then softly, do you think I would kiss your forehead out of obligation? Chest tight? Blink. She leans forward slightly. Anen. I stayed because I wanted to. I'm still here because I want to. Air leaves my lungs. Then she adds. Sharp, but careful. But I need to know something. What is this? You wanting me, or you being scared to be alone? It started as relief. I admit, because you were the only person who didn't disappear. She doesn't flinch, but now it's not that. I want you when you're not helping me. I want you when we're just sitting here. I want you when you're annoying me about cereal. I want you when you're tired and you don't want to be asked about your day. Her lips part slightly. My chest feels too full. I want you. I say again. Quieter. And that scares me. Her eyes glisten faintly. Okay? She whispers. She's not running. Can I tell you something? She asks. Not. I've been careful. She says. Because I didn't want to blur lines. I didn't want you to confuse comfort with love. Swallow, but you're not confusing it. She says. Breath catches. I like you. She says quietly. I've liked you for a while. Brain shorts. Yeah? She rolls her eyes a little shy. Yes. Stop acting surprised. I don't want to go back to normal. She stares. Nods once. Me neither. Grace moves first. Leans in slowly. Eyes flick to mine. I don't speak. I lean in too. Kiss happens. Her hand at my neck. Light. My hand at her waist. Careful. We pull back. But she stays close. Forehead almost touching mine. She murmurs. Okay. I smile. My favorite word. She snorts. Don't ruin it. Kiss again. She laughs under it. You feel better. Blink. What? You're less tense. She says. Chest tight. That's because you're here. She goes still. Then whispers. Annoyed at her own feelings. God. What? You're going to make me soft. Smile. Good. She glares. Shut up. But her hands stay on me. She doesn't move away. We don't do anything reckless. We move slow, not because we're scared, because it matters. Because this isn't sex. To fill a hole, it's choosing. Real life is awkward. Though, a crutch falls over loudly. We both freeze, then start laughing like idiots. Grace covers her face. Romantic. She whispers. Mortified. I laugh. This is exactly on brand for us. She peeks through fingers. It is. Then she kisses me again deeper. After she lies beside me. Quiet. Then she whispers. Are you okay? Turn to her. Yeah. Are you? She nods. Yeah. Pause. I don't want you to think you owe me. Chest tight. Squeeze her hand. I don't owe you. I want you. Her eyes soften. Good. She curls into my side, and for once, my body isn't the loudest thing in the room. My heart is. Recovery sneaks up. One day you're counting steps. Next day you realize you forgot to think about your leg for an hour. Life re-enters quietly. First I drop the crutches. Then, the boot. Then one morning, I'm standing barefoot in my kitchen with coffee and I realize I'm just standing. Grace comes over later. I don't tell her right away. Wait until she walks in and instinctively looks at my leg. Then up at my face, she freezes. You're standing? She says slowly. Smile. Yeah. Apparently I'm back. She crosses the room and hugs me hard. I laugh into her hair. Careful. I'm fragile. Shut up. She mutters. You're healed. She pulls back and really looks at me. You okay? Nod. I am. And I want you to know something. She tilts head. I don't need you to stay anymore. Isai. I want you to. Her eyes soften immediately. Good. She says. Because I was going to stay anyway. Then the old world tries to crawl back in. Liam texts. Yo. Men. Heard you're doing better. Drink soon. Started it. A month ago. I would have felt relief. Now I feel distance. Show grace? She reads it. Looks at me. You don't have to answer. I know. I answer anyway. I'm good. Busy these days. Maybe another time. Grace raises eyebrow. That was mature. Shrug. I don't hate him. I just know where he fits now. She nods. That's growth. You should get a trophy. Laugh. No more trophies. My fridge is at capacity. Being together during a crisis is easy. Being together when life restarts is the real test. Grocery shopping together. Walks that are actually long now. Cafes. Normal talk. Work stress. Dumb internet argument. Plans that aren't recovery-based. Surprise. Grace doesn't pull away once I'm okay. She relaxes. One afternoon, we sat on the same park bench from the early crutch days. Legs stretched out. Comfortable. Grace leans on my shoulder. She says, "So, any regrets about getting injured?" She smiles faintly. "About everything." "No." I say finally, "Not anymore." She hums, "Good. I'd hate to think I only met you because of bad timing." Smile, "I think I met you because you stayed." She doesn't answer. Just squeezes my hand once. Night. Lying in bed. Window open. City noise low. Grace half asleep tracing patterns on my chest. I stare at the ceiling thinking quietly. Everyone talks about the people who leave. Isai, Grace murmurs. No one talks enough about the people who stay. Isai, Grace shifts closer. Staying doesn't look impressive. She murmurs. It just looks boring from the outside. Smile. Yeah. But it changes everything. She lifts her head and looks at me. Eyes soft. You're different now. Nod. I know. So are you? She smiles. Good. She rests her head back on my chest. Wrap your arm around her. And for the first time since the fall, since the hospital, since the silence, I don't feel like I'm waiting for the next thing to break. I feel steady, because when everyone else left, Grace stayed, and when I could finally stand on my own, she stayed anyway.